Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? It's Thursday, November the 13th, 2014. I'm Brent Copeland, your host of Morning Coffee. This is your show where you find out what I'm doing today and maybe a few other things. So let's dig on in. Had some issues come up the past, yesterday really. Maz and I recorded for a good hour and a half of Diversity 2, and I used a new recorder, DX Tory. I was looking to see if Fraps had an update or if they've done anything new. Hopefully get audio on different channels, since I've been having some audio issues, and they don't. Matter of fact, they haven't had an update for over a year. So that kind of concerns me. Like, when you're using a software every day, you want it to be developed, new features, or I guess some could say that it has all the features it needs, but that's not true. I could really use the separate audio channels, for instance. So I went to DX Story, but apparently I was using their codec, which is a huge, creates huge files. So after an hour of recording, I had like 363 gig file that I just can't open. I mean, VLC won't even open it, let alone in Vegas. So I've been trying to convert it and I've spent hours just trying to figure out how to get this file working. And I think what it comes down to is it's just an hour and a half of Diversity gone, and people will just have to watch it on Maz's channel. He did record it, so hopefully he'll have something up, and I will know next time I record. I'm going to try I found a tutorial on the best settings for DX Story, which I should have looked at first, I guess, but they suggest a different codec. And it's been tweeted to me too. I know JBJ Blaze says I should use it, the Lagareth Losses codec, and someone else was saying the same thing. And I'm wondering if we all saw Muley Skull did, and I'm wondering if we all watched the same video. But it seems like a lot of people are using that codec, so I'm going to try that. It's really mainly when I'm recording with someone else, so I can get their audio and my audio on different tracks and make sure it sounds good. I might just record with XSplit for a little bit, because that is the other thing is, WoW, the expansion hit last night, and I bought it. I bought the expansion, and I played a little bit. And kind of annoyed at myself, but a lot of my friends are playing, and that's why WoW wins, right? Because everybody goes back there. It's like the chat room waiting for the next thing, and so it was good seeing them, and I definitely want to play some with them. So I'm going to do that today. For a little bit, and I might stream it too on here, and so you can see if you're planning on playing it, you might not want to watch, because I don't want to spoil anything for you, but if you're not really worried about it, then you can watch and kind of see what the expansion is like. So I'll do that today, and so yeah, that's pretty much had a meeting with the Dead Workers. I think we've kind of finalized things, and it looks like I'll be able to buy a little bit of equipment in a week or two. And so I've got my eye on a new mixer and some cables and stuff, and so that's all good. So hopefully we can get all that fixed out and everything sounding good. Bam. So awesome. So let's talk about old Garth Brooks a little bit, and a little history on this day, on a year, which was some years ago. Well, it's spoiled. Just saying, Garth. But anyway, Chris Gaines performed on SNL today in history on November 13th in year blah 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 blah. You may be wondering, who is Chris Gaines? You might be asking yourself that. You might know. Means you're probably old if you already knew, or if you put two and two together, you might, but you might not. There's a lot of people at this time on SNL had no clue who this mega, this superstar, this rock and roll star no one ever heard of. What's he doing on SNL? Chris Gaines. Well, it was mega country stars Garth Brooks' alter ego. Chris Gaines was a rock star and actually produced a hit that went up the charts and gave Garth Brooks his first and one and only pop hit on the pop charts. So it's interesting that he's always been into rock and roll. So good for you, Mr. Garth Brooks. Also, Garth Brooks took another stand in his life against iTunes. He refused to put his music on iTunes, and it was mainly, from what he said, is he didn't like the single song format. He felt that his albums were, that the songs were together. Like, he wrote that album to give you that album, and yeah, there's some hits on it, but there's some songs on it that weren't technically hits, but he thought they were, that it all told us anyway. So he didn't like that single song format. He also didn't like the pricing structure. He wanted artists to be able to charge whatever they want to. So he started his own service. I believe that opened up publicly yesterday, or the 11th, actually. It's called Ghost Tunes. He actually pays the artist more instead of the 70-30 split, which is the iTunes. He does an 80-20. And he actually released a new album on Ghost Tunes, fittingly called Man vs. Machine. Man versus Machine, because he's a man, some say, and he's going up against the machine, which would be iTunes and possibly Amazon. If you're more interested in that, head on over to the Ghost Tunes website and take a look at their offerings. Me, I'm going to stay on Spotify. Not Spotify, sorry. RDO. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Something else you may not have known about Garth Brooks. In 2012, just a few years ago, he was crowned the top-selling artist of the last 2 decades. Since 1991, he has sold 68,561,000 units. That's 5 million more than the number 2 act. Can you guess it? I bet you can. Guess the act. The Beatles. So that's pretty impressive. JC Green got it in the chat room. Yeah. I was like, man, that seems like a really short show. But oh yeah, we got these things called comments that I need to get to. Oh, someone needs more coffee. Mario, bring me some coffee. Here we go. Oh, thank you. Let me get that. Okay. That's not really coffee. It's grape drink. I think I need the coffee though. But anyway, let's get to some comments for today. Really, they're from yesterday, but you know what I'm saying. Supermaster Don says, well, it came down, and if you remember yesterday, we were talking about comment, the thing landing on the comment. By the way, does anybody have any news on that? I meant to go look it up and follow it. I know they were waiting on showing pictures to see if the thing was okay. Like, I don't know. I think when they do something like that I think they program it to basically land and then kind of shut down and kind of just like guard itself. picking, and then it's like snap, 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 snap. JC Green says, and Mackie Drew both say it landed. It landed 3 times. That's crazy. I would hate to but the probe secured and sending pictures, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I wonder if there are any aliens like sneaking into the pics. Awesome. Look, Mom. Look, Mom. I'm with the probe. And aliens probably don't talk like that. But anyway. Down to my house, selfie with it, and probably die after. That's right, because aliens aren't friendly. What's going to happen is aliens are going to come down and they're going to go, we are friendly, but we have intergalactic rules that say if you call not friendly, that we eat you. So, Mr. Brent Copa, we need you to come with us. And I'm like, damn, them was just jokes. Hello again, Mr. Brent. First of all, the grammar fix was to do with the last episode's description, you jackhole. Also, you read my message wrong. I said I've, not I'll, never really been close. Trying making me look bad. Nah. Anyway, which is better, Minecraft Realms or MC Pro hosting? Well, I think 2 different beasts. Minecraft Realms is a little more hands-off. Like, so if you have issues, I don't know, like, how hard it is to get in touch with people, stuff like that. But MC Pro hosting is great if you have issues. They've got people on the spot. So we did play on Minecraft Realms, had no issues on it. But of course, you can do a lot more. You can do mods and big mod pack on Minecraft Realms. So it's hard to really judge to comparatively because they're apples and oranges. Apples and oranges, sorta. So that is what it is. And what's my favorite horror movie? You're asking one question per JBJ Blaze, Mr. Rule Breaker. Favorite horror movie? Oh geez. I'm gonna have to go with, I guess, I don't know. Like, I'm not so big on horror movies. Like, the one that affected me the most, like The Cabin is kind of, it's a good horror movie. It's got a cool ending, but I wouldn't say it was my favorite horror movie. The one that affected me the most, though, would have to be, is my artery jittery? Artery. Sorry, Mackie Drew's. My audio sounds jittery. I don't know why. That sucks. Let me, I'm gonna do this live. Let me hear my own audio. Check. Oh, wow, why doing that? That's weird. I don't even know how to. You know what? I can't. Okay, wow. That hurt. Let me try something. Ignore this. This probably copyright music there. I'm going to shut down a few things. I should have shut that stuff down before I started, but I was hoping just to leave it up so that I could hop right into wow. But I'm wondering if that's causing some issues. I'm going to shut down TweetDeck. It's some great live stuff going on. Let me know if the audio sounds better at any point. I'll even shut down Skype. No, quit Skype. Don't just close the window. Yeah, we're shutting it all down, peeps. So let's see. Does that sound any better? Does the audio sound? I can't. Seems a little better to me. Okay. So, sorry about that, folks. I hope it wasn't for the whole episode. But where was I? Oh, horror movie that affected me the most. I'm going with The Blair Witch. That movie freaked me out. Like, it's not a scary movie so much if you watch it, but just how it's filmed and done. Like, I had a hard time sleeping. And I'll tell you about when my wife and I went and watched. I actually went in the movie theater and saw it twice because as I had told my friend he's got to come watch this. Oh, Mr. Bo Richards. Anyway. So my wife and I had, at the time we weren't married, but we were living together, living in sin in a house. And we were sleeping and all of a sudden we hear this crack, bow, and it sounded like someone just back door. And, I will tell you, I was sleeping in the buff at the time. And so I'm jumping out of the bed and like, we're like, what the crap was that? I'm like holding the door shut and I'm like, call the police, and get me the axe. I kept an axe in the, sometimes you gotta have weapons, of weird destruction. And so I had a big old 2-handle axe in the closet. I got that and got some underwear on and a shirt on, and then I started looking around the house, and we had already called the police, so they were on the way. And I go to the back. We had like this long back hallway to our back door, so I'm going back there expecting to find, the Prince of Darkness busting down my door. Turned out our ceiling fan, a blade had broken off. Like the whole metal and the whole thing had just broken off and shot across the room and slammed into the door. Luckily it didn't break anything, but man, it sounded like... Anyway, the cops got there and we all had a nice big laugh about that. So thankfully they didn't shoot me. And but I think a lot of it stemmed to, we had just seen The Blair Witch like the night before, and we were on edge, to say the least. So let's hear your next question, Mr. Man. And the worst game you've played. Worst game I've played. That's too hard to. I'll give you the worst movie. Cause see, the worst game to me is hard to really say, because I mean, I can't really think of the worst game, because there's so many like just bad games. Because like, I mean, I've made a game before, right? And it was bad. It was, it was in BASIC though, like written in BASIC. So it was just a text game, but it was still bad. So I guess I could count that. But I'll go with the worst movie. Worst movie was Limbo. This movie Limbo, and I feel it was the worst movie I'd ever seen, because it was given like rave reviews and how clever it was, and the ending of the movie made me want to punch someone in the face. Like, great, I know like movies are supposed to make you feel something, but it wasn't like the ending of the movie, like, oh, like that made me emotional. It was how bad the end of the movie was to me and what they did. I'm going to spoil it. If you don't want to hear the ending of Limbo, I'm going to tell you, because I want you to know why it made me so angry. And brief synopsis of the whole movie. People get stranded on an island and they're waiting for people to save them. And basically it has to do with some drug running and people come in on an airplane, or this one guy comes on an airplane, finds them, and it's like, I only have room for like one of you, so I'm going to go back and free up some room. I'll come back and get you. Well, this guy worked with the drug people too, so you didn't know if he was going to go tell the drug people to come back and kill these people, or if he was going to come back and rescue them. So they're on the island a few more days, and then you hear the plane, and they're like, oh, the plane's coming. And so right, you're at this expectation of like, oh man, is it going to be the drug dealers, or is he actually going to save them? So then the plane comes flying in, and then cut, credits, end of movie. What happened? What happened in your stupid movie? Seriously? Like, that's not good writing. That's not a good ending. Oh, well, no. Now it's up to me to decide. I'm not the writer of the movie. If I wanted to write a movie, I would write a movie, and then I would film it, and then it would have a beginning, a middle, and an end. You had a beginning, a middle, and an almost end. And it was called Limbo, so it left you in limbo. Oh, that was clever, too. So, I don't know. Whoever rated this movie is a great movie. And B, the movie itself was really not that great. It was like an afternoon story movie. I don't know. It's kind of crappy. But I think the fact that they left you in limbo at the end, that it got high reviews, and I think that's just stupid. And the ending was stupid. I don't care which one you had picked, but you should have done either one, and that would be the ending of the movie. But oh no, this makes you think. No, it doesn't. It makes me wonder. It makes me wonder what the hell happened. And why does it matter if I pick the ending? I'm not writing the story. You wrote the story, so you tell me what happened on the ending. Because, great, I get two endings, but I've got to make them both up. See, so, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And I blame you and your questions, David J. Blaze. No, I'm just kidding. Lastly, we'll be posting the Shaft Podcast 204 and 205 show notes and the look back montage sometime. Sometime I will. And I meant to get those this week. And honestly, the Shaft Podcast is kind of the last thing on my to-do list each week because there's a lot to do. And like the show's out. Like I want to make sure the show gets out there. And I think that's the main part. And I all the show notes and stuff I think are kind of secondary to the show, so I'm sorry about that. I will try to get them out. And says thanks always, and we'll be sending in a bumper tomorrow for that show. Maybe I'll warn you here instead of on Twitter now. No, don't do that. Don't warn me. Don't even send it in this week. I'm not gonna be able to get to it. I'm telling you honestly, that's today, and I'm not gonna be able to do it. I've got a lot of stuff to do, namely play WoW and record. I also want to do the Jungle Heat thing, but I'll probably send that tomorrow. But I gotta get show notes ready for the show, and like the Shaft takes me. It takes a lot of the day. So as much as I want to get to the expansion today and stream some of that, I will probably have to get ready for the Shaft, which is gonna be really light. It's just me and Maz tonight, so maybe we'll just So I could just not prep for the show and have a live call-in show. I don't know. Is that slacking? Slacking in 3D right now for you. Okay, Mold Skull says, I'm totally hooked on an MMO called Eldiven. It's free on Steam, and it's a lot like RuneScape, minus the in-your-face microtransactions and subscription fees. Everything you can buy is mainly vanity. And you can call me Muley or Muley. I think that's Mule or Muley. So cool. Eldiven. So I was never a big RuneScape fan. I won't say fan. I never played it. So how can you be a fan of something if you don't play it or not like it? I mean, you got to play it to find out one way or the other. I never played RuneScape, so I don't really know how to judge it, but that's really cool. Always finding an MMO that you like is a good thing. Maxo11X says, well, I had a terrible day yesterday, and that sucks, dude. I'm sorry you had a terrible day. All I can say is, here's my philosophy on life. Without those terrible days, the good days would not seem so good. Like, that's why, like, everybody's like, why does bad crap happen, right? Bad crap happens, and it's easy enough to explain in my eyes. Bad crap happens, so good crap happens. Like, if only good crap ever happened, well then, like, the lowest of the good crap would actually be your bad crap, and that would be the bad crap. So it's like, the more extreme your bad crap is, the more extreme you'll be able to have good crap. So if you ever think about it that way, it's like, God, I'm having a horrible day, but damn, this will make me appreciate those good days so much more. Maybe that can keep your head up and get, because life's difficult, man. And as much as I hate to say it, at 40 years old, it hasn't gotten easier yet. So I don't know if it ever does. Just take those good times and frickin' hold on to them and enjoy them as much as possible. And when you're in those bad times, just think about how the bad times don't last forever. You have good times. Even if it's hard, and it's always going to be hard, you're going to have those great times in between it to help you out. And you'll always get through pretty much everything. So keep your head up, Maxo. Morning coffee was the highlight again. So good. If I can help someone lift their spirits just a bit, I'm happy. So thanks for cheering you up, and that cheers me up. That helps me have a better day. Also, keeping this short, do you have a game called Civilization 5 or Civilization Beyond Earth? If so, add me on Steam and we shall play. I believe that's I think I have Civ 5, but I only played it once, and I played it until I finished whatever the first mission is that took me like 2 days. And so that kind of showed me that it's a dangerous game for me to wrap my head into, because I couldn't think or do of anything else. I could only think anyway. So I don't know. I mean, I'll add you, we can play games, but I don't know if I should get into Civ 5. But yeah, those are the questions for today. Sorry about the early audio issues. Blame Blizzard and World of Warcraft, like I do for everything wrong in the world. Thank you for everyone joining live. I'm streaming at 9 a.m. every day on beam.pro/Brent Copeland. So come join us. I'll tweet out beforehand so you know that the show's happening, about to start. So just follow me on Twitter at Brent Copeland. And of course, then I will upload these, which you're probably seeing now, on YouTube. And that's at Brent Copeland, the letters. Thanks again, everyone. And I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. And then it's just a couple more weeks till Turkey Day, man. So then we hopefully everybody gets to eat some turkeys, or at least spend some time with family and friends and whatnot. So keep your head up, keep sailing, and I will talk to y'all later. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.